This is the anthem. Here's what you came for. This is the moment magic was made for. Come on, let's light up the sky now. You feel the magic happening right now.
Hello there. Welcome back to Fan Fatales.
Take a ride with us on the Hogwarts Express.
Walk down Main Street with our best super pals.
And defy gravity as we talk about all things fandom.
Hello and welcome back to Fan Fatales, a member of the Real Fans Podcast Network. I'm Emma, and as Gabby mentioned last week, she will be in a show for the next month and a half, so she won't have as much time to record. So I'm having multiple guests come on the show, and our first one is our lovely editor, Kara, whose birthday is this week. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Yay! I'm 23.
Yeah.
I'm an old woman.
Andy, I'm so sorry if you're listening. So Kara, what are we going to be talking about for your very special birthday episode?
We're going to be talking about Barbie movies.
Yes. So specifically Barbie Rapunzel, Princess and the Pauper, 12 Dancing Princesses, and Fairytopia Mermaidia.
Yes. And
That's
the
all,
reason
right?
why I chose these is because they are literally my childhood. And I had a bunch of the dolls and merchandise for all of these. I actually put in my notes on our document which merchandise I had for which movie. And
Really?
yes, I did. I had a lot of Mermaidia merch. I think that's the movie I actually got stuff for the most, to be honest. Yeah. So yes, we are aware that these are children's films. We are aware that they are marketed towards.
That ever stopped Fan Fatale?
That has never stopped Fan Fatales before. Exactly.
Remember Spookly, the square pumpkin.
Oh yes, that episode. But yeah, I love these films, and I was just like, guys, I want to do this, and they're like, okay. So we did that, and I forced Emma to watch these. So
I grew up with these too.
that is true, considering there actually was one night where Emma and I were both having a bad day, and I just said, do you want to watch a Barbie movie? And you just tearfully looked at me with such hope and said yes.
I remember that. And I think we watched Fairytopia Mermaidia.
We did, aka the gay.
We'll get into that.
Yes, we will.
Barbie Rapunzel will be our first one. The synopsis is: a lost princess named Rapunzel lives far away in the forest in a big tower with her stepmother Gothel, who treats her as a servant, but Rapunzel wants to be independent and wants to paint, which Gothel hates. It was directed by Owen Hurley and released on October 1st, 2002. And then it made its TV premiere on Nickelodeon on November 24th of 2002.
I didn't know this was ever on TV.
A lot of these were, which is why I put them in.
That's so weird because I don't remember them ever being on TV. I only remember the DVDs.
I know. The cast includes Kelly Sheridan as Rapunzel, and Angelica Houston as Gothel, Cree Summer as Penelope, Ian James Corlett as Hobby / the Palace Guard.
Yes.
Mark Hildreth as Stefan.
Yes.
David Kay as Hugo / General. Peter Killamis as Otto / Skinny Swordsman. I love that name. Russell Roberts as King Frederick, and Christopher Gaze as King Wilhelm.
Yeah, and so this is the case for all of the Barbie movies that we are talking about. They actually got some pretty big stars to voice the villains specifically.
Yeah.
Which is pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts.
It was really interesting.
Yeah, because and I mean, we will definitely get to this movie during Christmas, but Tim Curry was the first Barbie villain that we got. for Nutcracker, which we will get into that when the time comes for Christmas. So
Yes.
that'll be fun.
Yes.
So Rapunzel. This is the earliest film on our list because we're going in chronological order.
Yeah, we're going in chronological of release order.
Yes. And I love that a lot of these early films open with Barbie telling a story to Kelly.
Same. I was just about to say that, and it like utilizing the story to kind of like ease her fears.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or troubles or whatever.
Can we talk about how eerily similar this is to Tangled?
Yeah. There were some moments in some of these films that like reminded me a lot of Ariel and Triton, or just Ariel in general.
That's fair.
We'll get more into that with 12 Dancing Princesses.
Oh, yeah. And I have a lot to say about 12 Dancing Princesses.
Yeah. But yeah, so was Gothel ever like like the person who steals Rapunzel, was she ever named
Yes.
Gothel in the fairy tales?
In the fairy tale, I know she was just a witch.
Yeah.
Because I know that's like talked about in Into the Woods. Gothel, like I've only heard Gothel used in 3 iterations of the character. This version, so Angelica Houston,
Yeah.
Tangled,
Yes.
and Once Upon a Time.
Yes.
And the Once Upon a Time is highly based on Tangled. So
Yeah, so like
I'm not really sure, but you know, it's possible. I have a feeling that if Disney did use this name for the character, I don't think they stole it from this movie specifically.
yeah.
I think that it's a name that's been used in various iterations of
Okay.
the fairy tale Rapunzel.
Yeah. I just found that interesting.
Yeah, and there's a lot of similarities between Tangled and this, such as the 2 princesses loving to paint
Yes.
and art.
Yes.
Now that I believe Disney stole from this movie.
Oh yeah.
That I believe.
Yeah.
One thing that I realized in this movie is Rapunzel's like really smart. Like
Yes.
she's very clever,
Yes.
which that's something that I never picked up on as a kid. Because
really?
it's been a long time since I watched this movie in particular. The other ones I have watched since.
Yeah.
I watched them as a kid. This one I
I
haven't
will
seen
say
in
this one and
years.
12 Dancing Princesses I had seen like
I-
long ago. as, like,
Yeah. I watched them a lot as a kid. This one, I think out of the 4 that we are covering today, I think this was the one I watched the least.
Yeah.
But I did watch it a number of times.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's clever. Like they covered the painting on the wall with the wardrobe. That's clever.
Yeah.
She put the tower on a door and then used it at the end.
Yeah.
As a trap. That's clever. And that's just something I'm like, wow. That's like something I just didn't pick up on as a kid,
Yeah.
which is just super fun. I
Yeah,
love how you put
also,
prediction.
It was
As
like,
if you forgot. Did you forget that
Yes.
that's like the whole plot?
yes, because I swear, I think the last time I saw it, I was like 5.
Really?
This one. Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
prediction: King Wilhelm is Rapunzel's father, and he is taking it out on the village because of his lost daughter.
Yes. And that is true.
And then I went, my prediction was right.
Yeah. My prediction was right. You put it in all caps, which is adorable. LOL 2000 CGI fire. You know? Yeah, actually for early 2000s animation, this isn't that bad.
No, I love the early 2000s sparkle animation.
Oh my god, the sparkles. I love how it gets duller as the longer it's on screen. That's just how it worked. Also Angelica Houston as Gothel.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And I love that she kind of looks like her. They did that with a lot of the villains in these.
Yeah.
Um
Also,
Mm.
this is just me being like a little nitpicky.
That's fine.
Why'd her hair grow back at the end? Like, how did it do that?
How long did it? Yeah, like I wonder if like did she wear extensions? Did they just wait a long time to get married?
Yeah,
Did
like,
she wear a wig? Also, how was her head like not tipping back because it's so heavy?
Yeah.
That's something that, like, as somebody who has very heavy hair, like, just this is just physics talking, because I have been advised by my hairstylist, do not put your hair in a high ponytail. It is too thick to carry it, and it will actually hurt your head.
Oh, jeez.
So, like, what is the difference between like that hair and this hair and like all this stuff?
Yeah.
I do like that this kind of takes a little bit of a spin on the classic Rapunzel fairy tale, where it's not Stefan completely saving her, she saves herself.
Oh, yeah. Same.
That's like great. And that's actually quite progressive for a early 2000s children's film meant to market toys.
Yeah.
Also, I love the diversity in the character models in like size and stuff, because like a lot of the time, at least in the, you know, the longer timeline chronologically of other Barbie movies, is they have like, they tend to get like the same models but with different colors.
Yeah.
And this one,
We'll
the
get into
early
that with
ones,
12 Dancing Princesses, where I got confused on which one was which the entire movie.
oh, Rowena.
God.
We'll get into that. Can I just say that, you know, Gothel, it's a little, this is still bad, but it's a little less disturbing than Rapunzel calling Gothel mother.
Yeah.
That's like, this still sucks in terms of like, you know, it's illegal, it's bad.
Yeah.
But it's still like is a
Never,
little
like,
it's
it
a
was
less
like
disturbing
the word, like the ward of.
Yeah, she calls her milady, so it's as if she's like an indentured servant or something.
Yeah. She's basically like Erica.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Princess and the Pauper.
Yeah. This film is fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun. I love Penelope. I love Penelope. She is actually one of the most competent Barbie sidekicks in all of the movies.
Yes.
She's competent. She she doesn't, you know, overstay her welcome with comedy bits like certain characters do.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry, I was laughing at the Gothel's magic looks like Night Sister magic.
It does.
Thought of that.
It's the colors. It's the colors.
Yeah.
You're just scrolling through my notes.
You did that with me.
I did. I still am. I'm looking at them right now. Gothel has actual magic. Yes. Also, what are you laughing at?
Why does Wilhelm's beard look like Abraham Lincoln?
It does. Tell me it doesn't. It looks like an exaggerated Abraham Lincoln beard.
Yeah.
The only character I feel like, if there was any character we could get rid of in terms of like their importance to the plot, it would be Hobie.
Yeah, it would be the rabbit. Like,
Get rid of the rabbit.
he does nothing.
At least Otto has his uses. I
He
hate that
reminded me of
freaking ferret.
Cogsworth.
What?
He reminded me of Cogsworth and
Hobie did?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He did. He did.
Like Penelope was useful.
Penelope had her uses, which is great.
Yeah.
Also, can we talk about the amazing ASMR shoe clicking sounds that are in the entire film? Because they're great. This movie had the best shoe clicking.
Yeah.
Like, it just did. I'm looking through all my stuff. Like, how does Otto bring her things if there are no doors to the tower?
Yeah.
Like, he has a tray. He can't climb up there with the tray.
Yeah.
Just,
yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah.
It's just a lot. But yes, Gothel's magic does look like Night Sister magic. It's the green and the fact that it looks like round.
Yes.
and like wispy.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So this note on here, it's I don't like the medieval implications of the age difference
Can
between
we
the
get
4
into
kids.
that with 12 Dancing Princesses?
Oh, we will get into that because it's actually this one is more sad than bad, to be honest.
Yeah, because like what Stefan's supposed to be what? Like
He's like 18, I think.
18.
18. Let's
And then
assume
the
for a
3
second.
kids are like
They're all like
5.
5. And like the implication is that like either the queen died giving birth to them, or queen meaning Stefan's mother,
Yeah.
or she had a lot of bad miscarriages between
Yeah.
Stefan and the children, which I'm like, I don't like the implications here.
I don't
That
either.
makes me sad because medieval crap.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna bring a lot of monarchy and medieval logic into this. I just want everybody to be warned right now, because Emma knows, looking at my notes, it's a lot, because I have I have a very like I have
She
a knowledge.
like so she literally has like a page and a half of notes for each movie.
I have a lot of things to say. Meanwhile, yours like not even a page. You're like 3/4 of a page.
No, because Gabby used to make fun of me for having long notes.
Yeah, and then I came in and she's like, yeah, I can't make fun of you anymore.
No.
Because it's me that has the bad notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was your favorite like moment plot wise? You're thinking very hard about this.
Yeah. I think I really liked like the second time that they're meeting where she's like, well, why are you and the king fighting? And then he's like,
Oh, the like silversmith and stuff.
yeah, like after the whole silversmith thing happens.
Yeah. Yeah,
What about you?
I think my favorite, like, it's every little girl's dream with the dress transformation with the paintbrush.
Yes.
That is the best.
Yes.
That's like the second best magic girl transformation in the movies that we have.
Yeah.
And you guys will know which one is the best when we get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you own any merch for Rapunzel as a kid?
I don't know if I really own merch for the like movies. The
You just had the movies.
Yeah, we just had the movies.
Got it.
'Cause
Okay.
we would get like the Disney Channel dolls, or like I
Mm-hmm.
had the what's his name from Hannah Montana? The like main boy, Oliver.
Oliver. Yep.
I had Oliver. I had Hannah. I had Gabriella and Troy.
Yep.
Like I had a lot of the Disney. I had all the Disney princesses that had come out by
Oh, I had those too. Yeah.
what, like 2008.
I had all the ones from the early 2000s, since I was born in 99.
Yeah, I was born in 01. So
Yeah, I had the early ones. The ones with the rubber feet.
yes.
Um,
My Gabrielle was specifically her like white outfit in High School Musical 2
I had that same one
with the like shirt, like the like
with the
tealish
shirt and the red tank top. I
No, mine was
literally
the teal shirt,
Oh, mine was the like the
like
little
the music and me
the
shirt.
I had the Gabriella doll from what time is it?
Okay,
I had that doll.
I had like it was kind of her look from You Are the Music and Me.
Got it. I think for this particular movie, the only merch that I had was the movie on DVD, and I had the Barbie Sings CD. It didn't come with this movie in particular. I think we bought it separately with a different thing. But it had songs. It had Constant as the Stars Above.
Okay.
On here. I'm going to use that lullaby as a lullaby for my children. I have decided this. Brayden is aware of it.
Yes, I literally have that audio saved right now somewhere on TikTok for Lillian doll.
Oh, and I remember you and I did we did that song for Aiken and Emra, and it was so cute.
Yeah.
It was great. That one's actually been getting a lot of likes. I
Really?
think that's the one that has the most views out of the ones that you and I filmed so far.
On your side?
On my side.
Okay.
Yeah.
My sect.
Yeah.
I'm
But-
surprised when walking in a crowd.
Oh yeah, that one's fun. That one took so long to film.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're scrolling.
Right.
Yeah, so I think my favorite moment was definitely like the seeing the different dresses
Yeah.
and the painting, because I wanted that paintbrush when I was a kid.
So
I-
to go back to the whatever an Icon one.
Yep.
It's the she will never have to wonder her worth.
Oh yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I love acting angry as Icon.
Yes.
Um
Oh look, it's my Windy Wig video.
nice.
I'm excited.
So what would you rate this this movie out of 10?
I'm gonna go a little higher than what I wrote.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I was looking at your score.
You're looking
Not
at my
mine.
score.
What? Yeah.
Your score is higher than mine on all of these.
Really?
Except one.
Interesting.
Just because I have logic questions.
8 out of 10.
I rate it 7 out of 10
Okay.
because Hobie.
Yeah.
Hobie and Otto makes me very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my notes for this next film already. and I'm
Oh
laughing
yeah. This
myself.
one's fun. This was the last movie I watched. out of
So this
all of them.
movie is Princess and the Pauper.
A classic.
I think this is the only one I actually own merch for. I take that back.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
And I think I own the 2 singing Barbie dolls.
I did too.
Annalise and Erica.
I had those and I had the 2 costumes. I had the Annalise dress and like the dress up stuff. I had the
Yeah.
Annalise dress and I had the Erica dress that my sister and I would share.
Okay. So the synopsis is Princess Annalise finds an unexpected friendship when she meets her humble lookalike Erica. Will the princess and the pauper thwart the plans of the queen's scheming advisor, Preminger?
Premier's so iconic.
So it was directed by William Lau and was released on September 28th of 2004 and made its TV premiere on Netflix or on Nickelodeon. Why did I say Netflix? On November 14th of 2004. The cast includes Kelly Sheridan as the voice of Princess Annalise and Erica, Melissa Lyons as Princess Annalise's singing voice, Julie Stevens as Erica's singing voice, Mark Hildreth as King Dominic, Mark Luna as King Dominic's singing voice, Alessandro Giuliani as Julian, Martin Short as Preminger, Ellen Kennedy as Queen Genevieve, right?
Yeah, Genevieve.
Okay. Pam Hyatt as Madame Carp.
Again, another really good star and comedian as the villain,
Yes.
who has a lot of Preminger isms in this movie where he makes random noises. that are like,
Momentary loss.
he has a lot of weird inflections, which is great. It's funny as heck. Somebody on YouTube made a compilation of all of his noises. I'll have to send it to you. It made me laugh so hard when I saw it.
Yes. So Serafina, which is Annalise's cat, she reminds me of Duchess from Aristocats a lot.
I think that's kind of the design knockoff that they had.
Yeah.
And speaking of Serafina,
I also had her.
you
I
had
think
her,
I think she
like-
might have come with
like the plushie.
no, like
or the little- Oh yeah, the little one. Wolfie and Serafina came with the 2 dolls.
yeah. I remember having her specifically though.
Yeah. So fun fact about Serafina, you know how there's like bits of pink on her?
Yeah.
Like on her paws and her
Yeah.
cheeks and eyes. That was an actual thing that people did to their pets in back in like 1750s and stuff,
Okay.
in Rococo era. It was called tinting, and people would do the same thing to their wigs.
Yes.
Whether or not it's toxic to animals remains to be another issue altogether, but that was a thing that happened.
Yes.
This movie is the only one besides Island Princess that I can see becoming a Broadway show,
Same.
like ever. And I
Same.
want it to become a Broadway show at some point. Do I think it will ever actually happen? No. Do I want it to happen? Yes.
I feel like it could.
It could, like later down
Especially
the
'cause
line.
the 54 Below, they had to do a second Barbie show because their first one got sold out. Their like concert.
What was their first one?
They just are singing different songs from the Barbie movies.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard of this. You'll have to send me some videos.
And their first one got sold out, and the second one they're bringing in like the Barbie guy from TikTok
Oh
and
my
Tori from like Once Upon a Tori.
god. I love her.
Yeah, she's gonna be there.
I love Tori so much.
Oh, I forget her name. She's like short blonde hair. She kind of sounds like Glenda.
I know who you're talking about. I just can't remember her name.
Yeah. She did the panel with Tori at Broadway Con.
I love that. I love that for them.
But yeah, it's literally, hold on, let me figure out when it is. I literally love how I typed in 54 and it went sings Barbie. Their encore show is next month on the 7th.
Oh, nice. So, fun fact about the song Free, which is the opening number. I did that song for my last show in Glee Club with my friend
wow.
Maggie. Shout out to you, Maggie. She was my Annalise. I was Erica. It was so fun. You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah. Cara Rose Trio is her name. I found her, so that's what I was like. Oh.
I love how there is somebody on TikTok actually trying to adapt this show into a musical.
Same.
Follow them. It is PATP musical on TikTok. They are amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get to the most iconic character of this entire movie. Hi, Preminger.
Yeah.
Hi, Martin Short.
Yeah.
Again, they made the face look like him.
Yeah.
Also, can we talk about the fact that he has Sith Lord yellow eyes?
Yeah.
Because he does. If you look up pictures and there's like close-ups of his face, he has Sith Lord yellow eyes. And once I saw it when I was watching the movie, I was like, I can't unsee it now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's an awful actor when it comes to him with the Queen.
Yeah. But like again, that's kind of the point. Is like the reason why I think that like he's quote unquote an awful actor is because we are the audience that's the only times that we see him. Meanwhile, Queen Genevieve has known him for years. So that could just be how he acts around her.
Yeah.
He could just be very, very flamboyant and exaggerating.
Yes.
I wonder if people ever ask Martin Short about this movie. Because like
Probably.
This was the first thing I saw him in.
Really?
This was my first This is my first Martin Short movie, and then I saw Santa Claus 3.
I always forget that he's Jack Frost.
Yeah. He's Jack Frost.
Well, he's also in Santa Claus too. No,
he's not. He's just in the third one because Jack Frost was the villain.
Yeah, I thought for whatever reason I thought Jack Frost was in the second one.
Yeah. What's your favorite? What?
Oh, I was just gonna start like, so they are both wearing the same blue cloak when they meet each other, and yes, you can,
it's not the same one because Annalise has like gold embellishments on hers.
but it's the same blue.
Oh, it's the same blue, definitely, but hers has gold embellishments on
Yes, but like I don't know. It kind of threw me off.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, yeah, you can chalk it up to Erica making like all of Annalise's clothes, but
yeah. Yeah, the indentured servant thing that's like a thing with Erica, that was an actual thing in Europe, unfortunately, in feudal Europe. Way back when.
Also, can we talk about how her birthmark is literally a crown?
That was one thing that always bugged me. I'm like, you could have had a different birthmark altogether. But then again, there's another, like in Madagascar 2, Escape to Africa, there is a birthmark on Alex the lion that is literally the shape of Africa on his paw.
I know.
This has the same energy.
Yeah. Also, I love how Erica keeps wearing blue even when she's like in the palace. And you know that the filmmakers did that just so like
just so there's a
confused between
Yeah.
Annalise and Erica.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
Why did they get married together?
why was there blue on Erica's dress? She's marrying a king. You could have some more embellishments, Miss Ma'am.
Hold on. I want to look up these wedding dresses again.
Okay.
I hate typing with long nails. Wedding.
There's blue on her dress and I hate it.
You see, me have just been in a. Oh wait, never mind. Okay, so the blue wouldn't be too bad if it was like gold on Annalise's.
Yeah, if there was like also why
her
would she
dress
wear
isn't as full?
Yeah, I wish it was more full. Also,
I don't. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna be real nitpicky here.
okay, go ahead.
Hold on. I'm screen sharing.
Okay.
So, Annalise, right?
Yes, I
We're-
see.
Okay, hold on. I want to make this bigger for me. So she has like gold flower like pattern on this part,
Yes.
but then the like diamond pattern here, and it looks
Mhm.
really funky. Give one of these two patterns to Erica.
Yeah. On the big skirt.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah,
we
I
don't
would.
need this like floral pattern and the diamonds.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Give it to her.
Like it makes sense on the bodice, but not on the rest of the skirt.
Yeah. Give it to her.
Yes.
But here's the thing.
Also, can we talk about the fact that on the Barbie doll for Erica, they have the choker that she wears at the wedding, but
Yes.
she doesn't wear it in the movie?
Yes.
Because like that's a thing that happened. And I will forever remember that because I always used to play with the choker.
Yeah.
So actually one of the most clever things that I noticed in the movie was, so you know, as there's that moment where Queen Genevieve's like, oh my god, Annalise has run away, and Julian's standing by the throne going like, what is going on? And Preminger hands him the note, but he doesn't actually let Julian read the note.
Yeah.
Notice how Preminger didn't actually let him read the letter, as he would have recognized Annalise's handwriting as not hers and would have called him out.
Her tutor.
As he was her tutor, and he would know her handwriting better than anyone.
But he was still like, whatever scent it was, he was like, she doesn't
He's
do
like-
that.
He's like, she only scents her stuff with rose, not lilac.
Yeah.
I'm like, also, Julian's like really freaking smart. He knows like all these scientific like names for flowers, and he knows like differences in scents. I mean, yes, he was the princess's tutor, but even back in the day, that's really intelligent.
Yeah.
I love how he's such a simp for her. He's such a simp for Annalise, and it's so cute.
I cannot sit properly in chairs. I'm
okay.
Sorry.
He is such a simp. Like that bit in To Be a Princess where he's just talking about her, and I'm just sitting, I'm like, that man has hard eyes. Like, oh, Annalise, no, I just like her as a friend. Why are your eyes shaped like hearts? Allergies.
You know, okay, so I'm reading one of your things right now.
What are you looking at?
Well, this I can't believe she slept in the wig thing.
Yes,
She's smart.
It's smart, but like that's so uncomfortable. Like it's uncomfortable to sleep in a wig. That's all I'm saying. Like it's don't get me wrong, I do believe it is clever. I just think it would not be comfy to sleep in.
Yeah. I don't know.
Then again, Erica's probably not used to getting more than a few hours of sleep.
Anyway, so like,
Yeah.
oh,
What?
I'm just reading this.
You're reading my notes.
Yeah. They really could have gone with the premature doing the whole Jafar thing of trying to marry
Mm-hmm.
Annalise.
Yeah, there are 3 ways that Preminger could have become king,
Yes.
and I listed them. 1, marrying the princess, which was his initial plan. Marrying the queen, which was the plan that became his plan. And the other one, which is an actual historical thing that people used in order to control the throne, was should Annalise have a child and die before they were old enough, he could have been regent for her child until he or she came of age, which is how King Edward V, aka Henry VIII's son, that's how his life was, because he was so young when Henry VIII died.
Yeah.
And it was Thomas Seymour that ended up controlling the throne, essentially.
Yeah.
Through regents and all that. Also, speaking of Tudor England, the Dominic disguising himself thing was actually a legitimate thing that happened back in the day. And famously, that is what happened with Henry VIII when he was trying to meet Anne of Cleves before they got married, where he disguised himself as a page in order to surprise her. And his whole idea was a bit different than Dominic's. His idea was, oh, she'll recognize me, even though she had never seen Henry VIII before.
Yeah.
It was like, she'll know in her heart that I am the king. And then that ended up not working out because she was like really confused by it, because German customs are very different than English customs.
Yeah.
But whereas Dominic did it a lot healthier than Henry VIII did.
But hey, she didn't wear the wig then. She wasn't wearing the wig in the bath.
That is true. That is true, because she didn't want to damage the wig.
Yeah.
She probably walked in and then took the wig off.
Yeah. But you think about it, like, I don't know. Wouldn't she have a servant helping her there?
It would depend on court custom.
Yeah.
Because some places allowed people to have privacy. I know that the English court would not have allowed it, and now the French court would not have allowed it.
Yeah.
Because there needed to be, because I know at least in those courts, because shit was so unstable, there was a rule where at least one person had to be on, like, or near the monarch and or heir at all times in order to make sure they don't die.
Yeah.
So there's that. I still want Annalise's crown. Like, I would genuinely like that crown, because I know somebody's selling it on Etsy and I want it.
Yeah.
Madame Carp is a Karen. I've decided this.
Yes.
She totally would want to speak to your manager.
Yes.
The song that Erica sings to Wolfie, my mom and I still sing this about our cat.
Yeah.
Because Gracie literally does act like a dog. No joke. She will come when called. She literally will wait by the door, or she did before we got our actual dog. She waited by the door for us and would get in our suitcases to be like, I'm coming with you if we're going on vacation.
I love that.
Yep. Can we talk about how Dominic is literally the best Barbie prince? Because he is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's like, look, I don't want to marry a stranger. I want to get to know her.
Yeah.
And given actual customs of like the time in Europe, it's lucky that he was able to actually, talk to her for a couple of days, because for a lot of arranged marriages for monarchies, they were lucky if they even got to write letters to each other or even see each other, much less speak before the wedding. So it's just like, there's
Yeah.
that. And Erica is such a simp for him, and it's adorable.
Yes.
Like she
Was,
like
okay, so Annalise is so smart with
Yeah.
the whole geode thing.
yes. Like I know that now geodes are not as valuable as, as they probably
Were.
were. And she's like, she started a whole new industry. Yeah, geodes weren't like discovered before in this timeline. So it's like, oh yeah, they probably really did make the kingdom flourish, sending that crap to other kingdoms and stuff. So, okay. Who is more competent as a sidekick, Seraphina or Wolfie? Because I feel like they're equal. Like, who has uses?
Seraphina has more uses.
Oh, explain.
Because, she ends up being there with Annalise, and then she can get a note or try to get the note to the castle.
And inadvertently ends up screwing things up.
But
that's not her fault. She didn't know.
It's not her fault.
Yeah, because at the time they didn't think that she didn't know that Preminger was behind everything. And I love that, Annalise, again, smart, her first move was going back to the palace. Going like, I just got to get home. I got crap I got to do.
I got to marry this king.
I got to marry this king, save my kingdom, because it's the right thing to do. I may not like it, but it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, this girl knows what she wants, and I love that for her.
Yeah.
You're just eating a sandwich, and I love that.
I'm eating bread.
Oh, you're eating bread. I thought it was a sandwich. Emra and Aiken song.
Did we both write that? No.
I don't know which one. What? If you love me for me, is that what you're talking about?
No. The do a play and never fall.
Oh, that song, yes. Yeah, To Be a Princess. That is Emra and Aiken's.
That's probably my favorite moment in this whole movie.
That is one of the most iconic. That was also a TikTok sound. I know Preminger was a TikTok sound for a while. And then To Be a Princess became a TikTok sound.
Yeah.
Which I love how people are using that, and I have no idea what it's from.
Yeah.
No clue. And I'm like, y'all are missing out.
Mm-hmm.
This is the highest. I may have written a lot of notes, but I rated this one the highest out of all the movies.
Same.
What was the thing I put so this is actually, I think, so there are a lot of tropes in stories that I am not a fan of. I think everybody can say that about themselves. This is my favorite version of the liar revealed trope.
Yeah.
Because like because there's a lot of liar revealed stuff where it's like, really, did you have to go this route with it?
Aladdin.
That's actually not what I was thinking of.
Really?
I was thinking Bug's Life.
Yeah.
I was thinking Bug's
I'm
Life.
an Aladdin fan.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, this is the perfect way to use the liar revealed trope, at least in my opinion. Because it makes sense for the plot, it makes sense for the environment that it's in, and it's acknowledged in a way that isn't like pandering, I guess.
Yeah.
I love how at the end Dominic lets Erica do her thing, and he's just like, look, I know you want to go follow your dreams, but I'll be here when you're ready.
Yeah.
And I love that because we love a patient man.
Mm-hmm.
That was literally Brayden. Fun fact, where he's like, I'll wait.
Oh.
I'll wait for you. And I'm like, oh, okay. So what's your favorite moment like in this film altogether? Oh, you did?
Yeah, To Be a Princess.
Oh, To Be a Princess. Okay. Oh God. I want to have the opportunity to do How Can I Refuse in drag. At some point in time, I want to do that. No, I think my favorite moment, honestly, is I'm a Girl Like You. That's such a good song.
It is.
It's so good. And also, it's you and me, literally, because y'all, Emma and I have decided that we are the same person in different fonts.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you rate this movie?
10 out of 10.
Same. It's so good. I
Good.
want it to be turned into a Broadway show so bad.
Same.
I
Who would
need it.
play Annalise and Erica?
Who would play Annalise and Erica? Oh God. Obviously, two actresses that be able to look somewhat similar.
alike. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Carl Lindsay and Laura Osnes.
Or Cara Lindsay and the girl from TikTok that we were just talking about, Cara, whatever her name is.
Yeah. Or Once Upon a Tori. I love Tori.
Mm-hmm.
I love her. As long as Martin Short still plays Preminger, I'm happy because there is no one else who could do that.
Tori would be Erica.
Tori would totally be Erica. Who would be Dominic and Julian? Part of me feels
Reeve
like
Carvey.
Huh?
Reeve Carvey is one of them.
Yes.
I don't care which one, but Reeve Carvey is one of them.
Reeve Carney is one of them.
Yeah. Orpheus
part
from
of-
Hadestown, for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, part of me feels like the obvious choice for one of them would be Jeremy Jordan.
He also came to mind, but I was like, no.
He's too obvious.
Yeah.
I would love to see as King Dominic. I would love to see Ramin Karimloo. I don't know. I just think he looks like a king type.
Yeah. Oh no.
I love Ramin Karimloo. He's fun.
Yeah.
So now on to the gay.
In this animated follow-up to Fairytopia, Elena.
Elena.
They
They say her name like 10 times.
I know. I was also babysitting while watching all of these movies.
That's fair.
In this animated follow-up to Fairytopia, Elena enlists the help of a mermaid, Nori, to save her friend Nalu, a merman prince who has been captured by the wicked Laverna. It was directed by Walter P. Martitius.
Martitious. We're going to go with
And
that.
William Lau. It premiered on Nickelodeon on March 5th of 2006 and was released to VHS and DVD on March 14th of 2006. The cast includes Kelly Sheridan as Elena, Lee Tucker as Bibble / Fungus 1 and 2, Christopher Gaze as Fungus Maximus, Kathleen Barr as Laverna, Chiara Zani as Nori, and wait, it's the same guy, Alessandro Giuliani.
Yeah, he does
as
he
Nalu.
does a lot of Barbie movies. He's done like all the Prince characters for a lot of them. Also, Chiara Zani, she's in a lot of Barbie movies too. Like yeah, she eventually kind of takes over the role of Barbie for like 2 of those movies,
Okay.
which is really weird. But at the same time, like, I'm not mad about it, but she's in a lot of those films. Because I believe in the first Fairytopia movie, she voiced Dahlia. Yeah, she voiced Dahlia. She's in a lot of these. And Kathleen Barr is in a lot of Barbie movies too.
Yeah.
Also, yes, recap. We stand the recap in this household. And our Lord and Savior Bibble. I love how you and I basically put the same thing.
Okay, so can we just talk about how Bibble is one of those characters that D. Bradley Baker or Alan Tudyk could have voiced, and I would have been like, yeah, that checks out.
That checks out. Yeah. Honestly. Yeah. If they ever made like a Mermaidia like show or Fairytopia show or anything, he would voice Bibble.
Yeah.
This is actually the movie that I own the most merch for out of all the movies.
It's so weird.
The fact that out of all of them, this is the one that I had the most merch for. Yeah.
Okay, so in one of the Pixie Hollow books,
Yes.
there was a fairy without wings, and she reminds me of that in the recap of the first movie.
Oh, Ronnie in the Pixie.
Ronnie, yeah, because
Ronnie, oddly enough, was a water fairy.
yeah,
Yeah.
but she doesn't, or she loses her wings.
Yeah, her wings get
Trying
ripped
to
off.
save Pixie Hollow.
Yeah, to save Mother Dove. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Alina was born without wings.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I found that interesting.
Yeah.
I love how I went, well, she just spent this whole movie getting wings. Wow, she literally just copied what I said. Also, why do the fungi people look like Harry Potter elves?
They do. They
Like
really
Dobby?
do. They have very similar like ears and noses.
Yes. Also, I love how this isn't Pixie Hollow logic where water ruins the wings.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's actually only a thing in the third Fairytopia movie, with specifically only sparkle fairies, which is one of the characters' Sunburst is. She's like, when sparkle fairies touch water, we lose all our powers. Oddly enough.
Yeah. I was watching these on that Princess IO website,
Yes.
and someone in the comments literally wrote, Alina and Nori were in love, IDCC.
That
And
this
I wanted
this
to
movie's
highlight-
very, very bisexual.
Yeah.
Literally, okay,
Also, their matching tattoos are so cute.
yes. I really love the Crest of Courage.
Mm-hmm.
You put deep voice Bibble. Deep voice Bibble is
Which is the
iconic.
next- mind you, so I go on IMDb, right, for all of these cast lists.
Yeah.
Right after the voice of Nalu, it was deep voice Bibble. And I almost put that in, even though it's like one line.
It's like 5 lines, but like that's hilarious. Was
Yeah.
it Kevin Michael Richardson?
Hold on, let me
Look,
find that
please look it up, because if it's not Kevin Michael Richardson, I will be shocked because I thought it was.
voice. Okay, hello? My you are not my
Miss
phone.
ma'am.
Voices. Bibble voices, Barbie. Thank you.
Deep voice Bibble. Because that whole scene with the berries and the different voices and stuff, that's just funny.
So hold on, I'm trying to see if this is deep voice Bibble.
Just go to IMDb of the movie.
That's way smarter.
You literally talked about that.
Fine.
You're like, this is fine. Yeah, so while she's looking that up, I will list off the merch that I had for this movie because I had a lot.
Did you have Bibble?
I did. Well, Bibble came in as a little baby figure with Alina.
So Blue Mankuma.
That is not Kevin Michael Richardson.
Fun fact, his name is actually above Alessandro Giuliani on the IMDb page.
He got paid more than Prince Nalu. That's funny.
I'm not gonna see what movies he's been in.
So I had the pink doll for the flower sprites. That's at the beginning.
Yeah.
So the flower sprites are those characters with the like flower headpieces
Yeah.
and they have petals all over their body. I had that doll. I also had Alina's flower dress as a costume.
Okay.
I had that dress. I also forgot I had the blue version of the sea butterfly doll.
Yeah.
I had the Nori doll. I had the Alina transforming doll where it came with a little plastic tail that you would slide onto her legs.
Yeah.
And her wings would click up if you pressed a button.
Mm-hmm.
What are you holding back? You're smiling.
So I was looking up that blue guy's like IMDb page.
Oh God, I'm
to see the
scared.
credits.
What has he done?
In Halloween Town 2, how they have-
Vaguely.
So there's like the guy who is like he gets everyone's junk that they lose.
Yes.
His name is Gort. That's Gort.
That's funny.
Voice Bibble.
That's beautiful.
Which is why I
Um,
was holding it back because I was laughing so hard.
That's funny. I love
I
that.
looked at his face and I was like, this man looks so familiar.
Nice. Okay, so what other merch did I have? I had the yellow. No, I had the pink Mer Fairy.
Yeah.
I had I believe I actually had the set for the Mer Fairy like house.
Okay.
I believe I had that set. I'm trying to remember what else I had. I believe like those were the ones that I had.
Okay.
One thing I do like about this movie in terms of like color schemes and animation is that everything with the fairies is so pastel. Meanwhile, everything underwater is
It's like
bright.
tones.
It's
Yeah.
very bright. I just thought that was fun, and I like is it bad that I like the transformed look more than the OG look of Alina because I love the roses?
I also
on her.
love the butterfly wings.
Yes, they're so cute.
Yeah. So that's Deep Voice Bibble from Halloween Town.
I dare you to put that picture on Instagram and say like connect this to the Barbie movies. You'll find out.
Yeah.
That's great. I will say they changed the design of Nori in pre-production
Okay.
of this movie because there's like the trailer design of Nori
Yeah.
and then there's the like actual design of Nori. Let me see if I can find I will find the trailer design real quick.
You know, I almost commented that they are literally the bisexual flag.
I put that in there.
I know. That's why I said.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me screen share real quick.
It should be open for you.
Yep, it is. So that's the initial design that they had for Nori, the pastel blue design.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't like it either. I like this one because it's more iconic
Yeah.
and fun and also gives a big contrast between
The two of them.
her and Alina. But yes, they
Yeah.
are literally the bisexual flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Laverna's dress. It's my goth dream. Do you have a favorite moment from this?
Something I haven't touched on is I love anytime the prince is like just messing with them
Oh yeah, that's great.
and just like throwing off their plans.
The carousel of confusion. Emma can tell you guys, I do the left doo doo thing when I drive. Emma can
Yes.
tell you because I drove her around. I do that, and I don't remember if you recognized it when you first heard me do that.
I think I was like,
You're just like, is that what I think it is?
yeah.
That's because my mom did it when we were kids, and I just started doing that.
Mm-hmm. Vanessa Hudgens was at East High today.
Oh, I love that. I want contacts that look like Alina's eyes. I just want them because it's such a vibrant green, but it's got other like colors
Yeah.
mixed in there. Also, you apparently on Etsy you can buy a recreation of Alina's butterfly necklace as well as the pearls. I love that, and I want them. Brayden, if you're listening,
Brayden,
Brayden, give me
get
presents.
this present. Come on. What are
Well,
you
actually, for my birthday, he got me a pretty good present.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how the fish that's at the bottom of the depths of despair sounds like Ursula?
Yeah.
Because she does. It's the same voice actors who played Madame Carp. They repeat voice actors for these movies. I've realized that as I watched them.
Yeah. I will say that the villain for the next one, I was like, her voice sounds so familiar. And then when I found out, I was like, oh.
That's because she's in everything. I love that, like, the opera bibble, which it has become such a meme now. People don't realize that's literally a song about a woman yelling at her husband in Mozart's opera.
I love Fable.
Also, question about at the end, you know, when she dives in the water holding the vial and stuff, is that cap airtight? Because, like, Max said at the beginning, one drop of that poison kills everything in the water. So, like, is that bottle airtight?
Yes.
Because that's a lot. Also, her magic girl transformation from mermaid to fairy is literally the best magic girl transformation in these movies.
Yes.
They're beautiful. And I want all of the dresses of these characters. I'm sorry. I want all of them because they are so cute.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing your favorite moment is just Bibble. Just Bibble doing
Oh,
everything.
I said the prince.
Oh yeah, the prince messing with him. Oh god, my favorite moment. Oh god, just all of the okay, my favorite moment actually is at the beginning with Nori and Alina and the Mer fairies, where Nori's like low-key flirting with Alina. She's low-key flirting. This movie is gay.
Yeah.
Not as gay as Diamond Castle, but is still gay.
Yeah.
Diamond Castle, if we did that, oh my god.
So what would you rate this out of 10?
I rated it 7.5 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
Because, like, it's fun and it's not but like I only rated it as lower because I liked the other movies on this list more.
Yes.
But yeah. And on to our last one.
Now I have to rate out all these freaking names of the 12 princesses.
There's a lot. Just to warn y'all.
So the synopsis is, it follows the story of Princess Genevieve and her 11 sisters as they go to a magical world where their wishes come true. It was directed by Greg Richardson. It premiered on Nickelodeon on September 10th of 2006 and was released to DVD on September 19th of 2006. The cast includes Kelly Sheridan as Genevieve, Catherine O'Hara as Rowena, Nicole Oliver as Ashlyn/Twyla, which is the cat, Jennifer Coping as Blair,
Leilania
Lindbergh as Courtney, Kathleen Barr as Delia, Sharia Zani as Adeline.
Again, repeated voices for Barbie movies.
Yeah. Adrian Carter as Fallon, Ashley Ball as Hadley/Ilsa, Britt
Hadley and Isla.
It looks like Ilsa. Ashley Ball as Hadley and
Isla.
Britt McKillop as Janessa, Maddie Kopazzi as Kathleen, Chantel Strand as Lacey, Sean, which is spelled wrong, McDonald as Derek, and Christopher Gaze as King Randolph. I'm sorry, I hate any spelling of Sean that isn't a C-A-N.
That isn't C. Chantel Strand is actually also the same voice of Kelly that was in Rapunzel.
Okay,
And
that makes sense.
yes, and I believe she also helped voice. It may have been these three ladies, but I know that Chantel Strand has done Kelly for a lot of these movies.
Yeah.
She did like the Kelly role,
Yeah.
which in this case it's Lacey.
So why in the beginning does that
Yeah.
advisor guy look like Preminger?
They definitely used like at least the base model,
He
or at
was-
least the bottom half. The head is not the same, but the bottom half is just different colors.
Yeah. I wish that they spent more time introducing us to each princess and their interests.
Yeah, they
because
just
it was
they
very rushed.
they just have it very quick. They're like, look, we got to get all these characters out.
It went, hello, Genevieve. Hello, Blair.
Yeah, it's all
Hello.
this.
Whatever.
I had almost all the dolls
Yes.
of the sisters. The only one I did not have was Ashlyn.
Yes. Okay. So why were they forced into those gray dresses?
Because Rowena hates fun, apparently. Also, like, here's my take on Rowena and like her whole thing is there are very subtle hints as to like the fact that she does not have a lot of money, or she's running low on money. Reason one, she is dressed in what is considered outdated stuff, because the girls are dressed in the style of like almost the 1800s.
Yeah.
Whereas Rowena's dressed in the fashion of the 1750s, 60s. And also her carriage is falling apart, and she's stealing to buy poison. And that Mr. Fabian himself mentioned that she doesn't pay her bills because she doesn't have money.
Yeah.
So there's that. Also, as for the like training and stuff, wouldn't it make more sense for just Ashlyn and Blair to get the training?
Yeah.
Maybe Courtney as well, because they're the oldest. Like, I understand that Genevieve has main character privilege, but also at the same time, I feel like this movie should have been more about Ashlyn.
This movie gives me very much Ariel's beginning vibes.
Yes. That makes sense.
The miserable princesses, the like strict / single father,
Yeah.
a guardian to take over the like mother duty to these princesses.
Yes.
The like sixth or seventh child being the one who's actually like dealing with their father.
Yeah, like that to me, I'm just like, given that technically Genevieve is seventh in line for the throne, she could marry Derek even with her station. The more advantageous marriages, politically speaking, would go to Blair, Courtney, Delia, Edeline, and Fallon.
It's just like Angelica Schuyler.
Yeah. Well, I don't include Ashlyn in that because she's the oldest and therefore would be in line for her own throne, aka Princess Diaries logic.
Yes.
Also, Queen Clarice did the Art of the Fan better.
Yes.
I
love all of my things being like, she's such a bitch. I hate her. She killed him. She killed their father. He's alive.
Literally, Rowena, I think, is the deadliest of the villains in our, because like murder, man. Like she tried to murder her whole family. Yeah. And like no one talks about that.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact, Delia and Edeline are actually supposed to be fraternal twins, but no one ever acknowledges it. And the only reason I know that is because on the old 12 Dancing Princesses like page on the Barbie website from years ago, they had little bios of all of the sisters. Oh. And it stated in Delia and Edeline's bios that they are fraternal twins.
Yeah.
And so speaking of there being twins, so there's like 2 sets of twins and 1 set of triplets. And it's really sad that it's kind of implied that Queen Isabella died giving birth to the triplets, considering they're only 5.
Yeah, or she died very soon after.
Or yeah. And I do love that Ashlyn looks the most like their mother instead of Genevieve, which is the normal trope of most stories,
Okay.
like Ariel's beginning.
Yes, I was just about to say that. Where like literally Queen Athena looks exactly like Ariel, and none of the other princesses look anything like either one of their parents.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think Athena looked more like Triton, just hair color wise. I mean,
Eh.
But yeah, that's a welcome change at least for me.
Yeah.
I love Derek.
I do too.
He's the best.
I do too.
He's so sweet.
Yeah.
And he's also dressed very nice for just a
Yeah.
cobbler. Like he's got gems on his buttons.
Yeah.
And unless it's a uniform he was given by the palace, which very well could happen.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, he's not as poor as people perceive him to be, at least in my opinion. They did use mocap for all of the dancing.
Okay.
In this. Because I remember on the Barbie website, there was a video that you could click where it's like behind the scenes of 12 Dancing Princesses. And it was a actual ballet dancer from the New York Ballet that Barbie hired, that like Mattel hired to do mocap. And this would be her 4th movie that she's done with the dancing. So she did 12 Dancing Princesses, Swan Lake, Nutcracker,
Okay.
and like one more.
So all the ones kind of based on ballets.
Yes. So I just thought that was really cool. I don't remember her name, but that's a thing. Which sister do you think you are most like?
And I don't remember all their names.
Tell me like their interest / color, and I'll be able to tell you.
The book one.
Courtney?
Yes.
Yes, I could totally see it. I'm trying to think of which one I'm most like. I feel like I'm a lot like Ashlyn.
Yeah.
I'm Space Mom. I have that very like motherly
Yeah.
quality. You know what's I'm just gonna get to this because it's bugged me throughout the entire movie. The fact that Rowena, the cousin to the king, gets to tell the princesses what to do, and she's low in rank compared to them.
It annoyed me.
It very much annoys me because like, and we only learn this because, you know, we are used to like learning the history of monarchies and stuff in school, or, you know, you do your own research like I have.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the titles, like Your Grace versus Your Highness, actually automatically implies a difference in rank.
Yeah.
And like, why would it, like, literally again, why would they send Genevieve instead of Ashlyn to talk to the king? Because Ashlyn is literally the heir to the throne, therefore she's the most vulnerable to being influenced by an outside force.
Yeah.
Like, again, I understand Genevieve has main character privilege,
but
and also the weird thing is, in the original 12 Dancing Princesses fairy tale, the main princess is the oldest one.
Yeah, but movies and like Hollywood likes to make it like the like.
I understand that, but still.
Yeah.
I understand main character privilege, but still.
Because again, like we keep bringing him back to Ariel's beginning. When did that movie come out compared to this?
That one came out long after this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, because
Really?
I remember when
Came out 2008.
Yeah, so this came out in 2004. So
2006 actually.
Oh, 2006. Okay, either way. You know,
Like
maybe
a year and a half later.
Yeah. Also, why would Rowena get mad at them dancing and singing?
I don't know.
Because like those skills were coveted in women back in the day.
I don't know.
Like Pride and Prejudice totally said that.
Yeah.
Not that I think Pride and Prejudice is a great like resource for like women and stuff, but like it okay. I have issues with Pride and Prejudice, which we can get into in another show, but I'm just saying in terms of like the culture of the time, those skills were coveted in
I know,
women.
but okay, never mind.
What? Go ahead.
No, we'll get into Pride and Prejudice when we talk more about Jane Austen.
True.
What's your favorite moment?
Oh God. The ballet dance in the pavilion.
Yeah.
I used to recreate that one in my basement. I used to
I
dance to
I
it.
like the dance when she and Derek are dancing down there.
Oh, that's a cute one.
I think
love
that's my
that
favorite
one.
moment.
That one's so good. I literally hate Brutus. I literally hate that freaking monkey. His laugh haunts my nightmares.
Why was he in it?
Why? He has no use
No.
other than like antagonizing the freaking cat. And
Antagonize the cat.
and like this movie has no uses. Like the only one that has semi of a use is Felix the bird. And even then, not really.
Yeah.
There are not a lot of competent sidekicks.
Cut all the animals out.
Cut all the animals out. Yeah. I would actually really like to see a 12 Dancing Princesses ballet. Why is there not one like touring the country like Nutcracker and stuff?
Oh.
Because I feel like that would be actually a really good ballet. Not necessarily this adaptation of the tale,
No.
but
Also, was their mom the princess, like the princess in that book?
I have a feeling that she was. I have a feeling that she was because they didn't state who it was, like by name, but I have a feeling that it was. It's kind of implied. Also that moment where Delia
Oh,
what?
fun fact! It's a Brothers Grimm tale.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I haven't read the original version, but I've read like a couple of versions of this story.
Here, I'm gonna.
What?
So instead of Rowena locking them in her room and finding their dance shoes in the morning have been worn through, it's the king who locks them in the Brothers
Yes.
Grimm version.
I know that this is very different compared to the actual story.
Yeah.
Where instead of Derek being the love interest, it's actually this old soldier because the king puts out a like decree saying I have no idea where my daughters are going. The only clue I have is their worn out shoes.
Yeah.
Whoever can solve the mystery, you can marry one of my daughters.
Yeah.
And so it's like a bunch of people try to do it, and the princesses either trick them into not being able to follow them.
Yeah.
Or or in the case of the person who actually does figure it out, it's this old soldier or sailor, I can't remember. He ends up like counter tricking, I guess, the princesses, and he follows them hiding and is able to grab a couple of leaves off the trees.
Okay.
Because like there is the trees of silver and gold thing that's in the pavilion. That's a thing from the fairy tale. They go through a gold forest and a silver forest, and the soldier grabs a couple of leaves from those trees to show the king as proof that he solved the mystery.
Interesting.
And he's like, I'm older, I'll marry your oldest daughter. And that's what ends up happening in the story.
Yeah. I can't find any of the princesses' names in that story.
That's because they didn't have any.
Yeah.
At that point, with that story, they didn't have any. They just had
Yeah.
the princesses, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's how the original story went. They didn't, Rowena, this whole proper princesses thing didn't exist
Yeah.
as a story thing.
Oh, I figured that. It was just interesting.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm all for putting new spins on fairy tales.
Yeah. So there was a Once Upon a Time novel. You know how they did like all the Once Upon a Time novel series? Like,
I vaguely remember this.
so they so Suzanne Wayne is the author's name. She made one called The Night Dance, and the story is set in the Arthurian legends, with Vivian, the Lady of the Lake, being the mother of the 12 princesses.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Thought that was cool. So I'm on Wikipedia for this, so that's why I'm
Oh,
like,
for this like fairy tale.
yeah. So what would you rate this?
I definitely rated this 8 out of 10. Just
I
because
put
of
a
all
9 out of 10.
I put 8 out of 10 just because I know too much about monarchy logic,
Yeah.
and that kind of like
Yeah.
makes me it taints it a little bit for me.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, I have all this crap going on.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm thinking too much about that.
Yeah. So, Kara, where can the people find you?
You guys can find me on TikTok at question_girl4730. And or if you search Kara the Oracle. And on Twitter, I am also Kara_Oracle473. And I am also on another podcast that I host and show run called Generation Geek, where we talk about all things nerdy and geeky. And Emma actually guest starred on our
Yes.
on the episode before our latest episode.
Yes.
And it was really fun.
Which I mentioned last week on our Obi-Wan episode that Gabby and I.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we talk about the wrap-up of Kenobi. We talk about Miss Marvel. And we talked about
Ezra
all of the crap going on with Ezra Miller, because that's a lot.
So if you want to hear my thoughts on those, go over there.
Yeah, go over there and do all that. Thank you so much for joining on my birthday episode. This was fun.
Yeah, it was. I also really couldn't find that much fandom news that's come out this week because
It's been rather quiet.
it's been very quiet since Wednesday when Gabby and I recorded,
Yeah.
because that was when all the Leah Michelle and Paradise Square things
And all
were coming out.
all the Broadway crap that's going on.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll have some more fandom news next week.
Yes.
Let me get into this outro real quick.
Yep. Bye, guys.
Bye! Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Fan Fatales. We are a proud part of the Real Fans Podcast Network. And if you want to check out more shows on the network, you can find them at rf4rm.com. Join us next week, where I will once again be having a guest. This time it will be my good friend Skylar Cutter, who has created the Kingdom Keepers Let's Read series on YouTube. Remember to subscribe to us wherever you get your podcast, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Please leave us a review and comment down below to tell us what you think of the show. And remember to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at FanFataleSpod for the latest updates and to possibly be featured in a future episode. My Instagram and TikTok and Twitter are all at SnippyEmma, which is SNIPPYEMMA. And our editing is by the wonderful Carol Lensmeyer. And as always, thanks for tuning in. Bye! The views expressed in this episode do not reflect the brand or company they are about.